Hello and welcome to the first of my guitar sessions. My name is Shaun Martin and we're going to be looking at the beginner. This is my electric guitar, the Fender Stratocaster. I'm going to be talking through the first steps on how we're going to be getting to play the electric guitar. Here is my electric guitar and I'm looking at the neck of the guitar. This is the neck and of course the strings and the frets. I'm going to be talking you through, these are the strings. So we've got the top E, which is string 1, we've got string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5 and the bottom E, which is string 6. We have the frets, which these are the frets in between here. So we've got fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5 and so on. Here we have the tuning pegs. This is where we tune our guitar to get the perfect pitch. I'm going to be talking in the first part of our videos about how we learn and move within the chords. We'll look at our left hand here. We've got finger 1, finger 2, finger 3 and finger 4. If we look at, say, putting finger 1 on the first fret on the first string, it would be this one here. If we said we'd put finger 2 on the second string on the second fret, it would be here. If we said put the third string on the third fret, it would be here. If we said simply put your whole first finger across the first fret, it would be simply like this. We also need to be talking about minor and major chords. Within this particular session, we will be talking purely about a major chord. A major chord is purely when we're looking at simply a C chord, which is the major part of the chord. We could be looking at an A chord, and we could be looking at a G chord, and we could be looking at the D chord and the A chord. We will be looking at these in more depth when we look more into the series of these videos that we will be putting together for our students on how we learn to play the guitar. In terms of when we buy our first guitar, many people think that they can instantly pick up the guitar and play a tune and get frustrated. Well, this is not the case, of course. You just need to have a bit of patience. I remember when I first bought my guitar and I think to myself, oh, let's make some tunes, and little did I know how difficult it could be or how easy it could be. But if you master the steps and take note, there are many instruments that can help you guide and advise you in playing your first pieces of music. One particular step I always advise is learn to ensure that your guitar is always tuned up. Now, I'd like to focus more on explaining about the tuning of the electric guitar. This is the most important part. If your guitar is in tune, you will always have a good understanding and being able to listen to the right piece of music and play the right chord, which sounds right and not wrong. When we look at our guitar, we look at our strings. We've got E, A, D, G, B and E. We tune these either with a chromatic tuner, which you can purchase quite simply. If you have a good ear, you could tune that. We could tune our top E with a chromatic tuner or by ear. We then tune our B to our E. Next part of the A to our E, and then we have our tune. We can also tune in harmonic, which is quite complicated, but we will look at that in future part of tuning the guitar when we get more sophisticated. When you first pick up a guitar, you'll want to be able to instantly learn how to play the chords. The chords are simplistically known as basic chords, played mainly at the top of the frets here. Most people say that learning the basic guitar chord patterns is usually the C chord. Nice C chord sounds like this. You can play the A chord. That's the A chord. we've got the E chord, and if you notice I'm changing chords quite simplistic. Then we've got the G chord, and then finally the D chord. With these chords here you'll be able to quickly learn how to play some simple songs, like for example looking at learning Lying Eyes by the Eagles. City girls seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. So simply just using their 4 chords we can easily look at learning a much array of music chords within our industry. We will be looking and coming back to these in future lessons.